underrated what he's doing. I'm not saying Campbell's a superstar, but he's a very serviceable player. That's exactly, exactly. Yeah. Oh, it's massive ripples because then you got Darnell Savage, who's got his partner back there that he's used to having with Amos, and then you get the corners not worrying about the big play over and over and over again, not and then not having to worry about no safety help with like Redmond being back there. This the whole team is healthy, Jay. That's another thing. The whole team is healthy. The self scout on bye week. I, I feel like, oh, I mean, I know a lot of people are already picking the Packers in this game. I've seen a lot of I've seen a lot of analysts lean that way, but I gotta say it, like the Packers look for real. They're taking the steps to win the game already. They're trying to put these steps in place. I mean, there's not many coaches that'll go in their own bye week when they're supposed to be off and let the coaches rest, come back in on Saturday or Sunday, not do a self scout the whole week to break down the entire component of each offense and defense. Go ahead. Toot the shit out of it. Oh, God. Also, folks, going back to the NFL updates, I was meaning to get one, but we rabbit holed the hell out of that with the fan mail. Ed Dixon, who just came back off of IR, is going back to IR after one game. His knee issue is not getting fixed, and he still has a problem with it. So he's going back on IR. Means Mr. Number 48, cannot remember his name right off the tip of my tongue. The one who had a big game against the 49ers is back into the starting lineup. So, I mean, bad luck for Ed Dixon. I know he's been wanting to get back on, and if his knee isn't any better, that's pretty sucky because of the fact that I know how hard he
Well, I
wants to
don't
work
know how
back.
long it was been since people couldn't hear me, so who knows?
Oh, great. So I was talking to myself.
Yeah, who knows? There might be
Yes.
some dead time. I don't know what the hell happened there, but it was like, I don't know, kind of weird. But anyway, you were talking about the thing. So I was gonna make a little announcement here.
Go ahead and make your
So
announcement, brother.
I'm not doing this to toot my own horn, but
Shoot the shit out of it.
I've been contemplating this for a while because it is winter and I have extra time and I'm very passionate. I am not by any means considering myself a journalist at any means, but I am throwing my hat in the ring as a writer and giving it a chance, and I am going to try to write a few articles here and there for packtothefuture.com where we are featured on our podcast. So look for the articles. I'm under my media name. I will be changing now that I am announcing it on the show. I will be changing it. You will no longer be finding me on Twitter as J in the UP.
What? No more Youper.
Nope, I will be now be going by my media name. So you will find me at it's J Andrews at UPJ33, same tag, but it won't be J in the UP anymore. So I
I'm
hope
so
everybody.
proud. He's
I'm
growing
gonna
up on me.
Yeah, I'm gonna write a couple articles. We'll see if they make it past the publisher. So look for them. One of them is going to be an idea. Is going to be about a player that I don't think anybody is talking about that I think could be a big factor on Sunday. And he is somebody we signed a while ago, and nobody remembers him. And the other one is a little bit. The first one I want to try to see if I can get published is kind of about the culture change and how having fun and winning go together. and it's very evident that the culture in Green Bay is different. So hopefully I can do good enough and get them published. So, I'll let you guys know if I make the cut or not, and where to find those if they get published.
I think they will, man. You've got some football IQ, and you know your stuff. I have no doubts you should be able to go ahead and get that at all.
We'll see.
I have faith in you.
It's going to be fun to try anyway, so the worst thing I can do is fail, and I've done that a lot in life, so it's not that bad. And on a side note, I put out a poll the other day to see what people thought the possible Super Bowl matchup would be. One was who was most likely to make the Super Bowl from the AFC. We had 202 votes. I had listed the Chiefs, Bills, Patriots, and Ravens. The Ravens won by a 6% vote with 46% of the vote over the Patriots, who had 40% of the vote. So out of the AFC, we had, for our polls, we had the Ravens representing the AFC for Super Bowl 54. People were not into the poll for the NFC because they did not like the teams I left off of there. But I put
kind of left a biggie.
Well, I put the Seahawks, the 49ers, the Cowboys, and the Packers. Okay?
Cowboys shouldn't have been on there.
And everybody's like, the Cowboys are a division leader.
Yeah, but you also have Minnesota, who's 8-3, who's a lot better than Dallas and the Saints. Just saying.
I just did it for the division leader. The only reason the Seahawks went on there is because I think the Seahawks right now are better than the Saints. The Saints have some injuries and some issues.
But the Saints are better than the Cowboys, so by your theory, they still weed them out.
Yeah, but they're not a division. Yeah, the Cowboys are more popular. Whatever.
It doesn't matter. No, the Saints belong on there. The Cowboys
didn't. I just put them off. Anyway, the Packers won overridingly with 52%. The 49ers finished second with 32%. So apparently, according to the people, it is the Packers and Ravens in the Super Bowl 54, according to our polls. Just there. So, anyway, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're doing something. I can't remember.
Good Lord.
Well, now I got to look at the rundown here. Let's see. We are doing... Well, we already did that. So you know what? When we come back, we're going to listen to some press conferences from LaFleur and that from the midweek and see what they have to say. So we will be right back. And if you haven't had enough of our banter tonight, you want to visit NFL Addictions on Facebook.com for all of your NFL banter and chatter. It's not a trash talk site, so keep it clean and keep it cordial. That's NFL Addictions on Facebook.com. And if you still got an itch to scratch when you're done with that, you want to visit Raz Addictions on Facebook.com for their version of the raffle for all kinds of cool prizes, even a chance at winning some cash. You buy a $10 raffle ticket for a chance at winning $100. That's a chance at making 10 times your money. It don't get any better than that. That's Raz Addictions on Facebook.com for a chance at all kinds of cool prizes. Tell them what you've won, Dave.
I've won everything from tailgating barbecue sets. That I have a Packers one that I won, folks, for $400. I put $40 down on the spot. I won it, and it was out of 20 spots. It's really worth it. I've also won helmets that are signed. I've won banners that are signed. I've won memorabilia rings. I've won footballs that are signed and other Packers knickknacks because that's my team. But go ahead and check them out. Cheap, affordable prices for certified, authentic stuff.
That's Raz Addictions on Facebook.com. Go there, play, and win. And as always, you can follow us on Twitter at First and Goal Pod, myself at UPJ33, Dave is at Steak and Cheese, and the fantasy wonder himself, Dylan, at DylanBusby1. Email us at firstandgoalpodcast@yahoo.com with all your football and Packer questions and comments, and you just might find yourself making the show live. That's firstandgoalpodcast@yahoo.com. All right, and we're back now. So, who do you want to hear from first? Do you want to hear from Jones talking about Aaron Rodgers' support for his MVP candidacy, or do we want to go right to LaFleur's press conference?
Let's do Jones. Let's hear Showtime 33.
All righty, let's hear Jones then. Hold on a second here.
Aaron, how do you look at it, the ways to attack this 49er defense is so good in so many areas?
We gotta go after them. Can't go around them. There's nothing else to it but to go through them. We know they have a good D line, a couple first rounders up front, and they get after the quarterback. So we just gotta protect 12 and be ready to play.
Are there things you've done in like that first game in Chicago, prime time, and on the road against Dallas, Kansas City, that maybe lets this team know we can do this again against a 9-1 team?
No matter who we're playing, I feel like we feel like we can do it. Not just a primetime game, but whether it's a 12 o'clock game on Sunday or whatever time the game may be, we feel like we have the team to go out there and suit up and win the game.
That's it.
There are a lot of good backs, obviously, in the league, and you went up against Zeke and you went up against McCaffrey. But what about, like a duo like Breida and Coleman brings out the best of each ball?
Oh yeah, they actually have more backs than that over there. They have really good tandem going on over there, and all of them are productive when they get in. And we feel like we have the best 1-2 punch in the league as well. So it'll be exciting. It'll be exciting out there to see what they do. But I know me and Jamal will be ready.
Have you given any thought to a 20-touchdown season and what that might mean to you?
I haven't, but that'd be pretty cool. It'll mean a lot, but one game at a time, and hopefully I get 4 in this game or 3, something like that, and keep adding up. But no, that'd be definitely something that would be special to me.
It's only happened once here. Did you know that?
Amon Green.
Yeah.
I know. Was it 2003?
Yep, it was. Very good.
He knows ice cream and history.
A little bit.
So the last 4 games, you guys haven't had a turnover. The ball hadn't hit the ground once for a fumble, much less a fumble loss. Was that maybe more of an emphasis the last month and a half or so, or did it just happen that way?
That's been the emphasis since Coach McCoy stepped in this building, the ball. That we got to protect the ball, and we got to take away the ball on defense, and that's been our key, and it's going to remain that, and it's no secret for us. So the ball is the most important thing in this game.
There used to be a time when this offense, when you were in the red zone, you were throwing for touchdowns all the time. Running backs didn't get as much of an opportunity. You probably remember that. And now you are getting that opportunity. What does that mean to you?
It just means everything. It means that the team trusts me and gives me a lot of confidence to put me in a situation like that and trust me with the ball in my hands to go get the touchdown or what may be a first down, whatever it may be. But it does a lot for guys' confidence when they rely on you. In the previous years, they were taking you out in those situations.
This week, Aaron Rodgers talked about players embracing their roles, and that's why he's been so successful, guys not being selfish and wanting stats. What have you seen from him? Because he's a guy who used to pad his stats with a lot of red zone touchdowns. You've won 2 games without him throwing a single touchdown pass. Is he as happy celebrating a rushing touchdown as a passing touchdown?
Oh, definitely. If you guys go look, Jamal just took home a picture, and there's a picture in the team room. And there's 2 rushing touchdowns, and A-Rod's right there with a big old smile, leading the celebration. And that's just the guy he is. He doesn't care how it's coming. As long as we're winning, and that's all the guys in this locker room. As long as we're winning, we don't care how it's coming. Most important thing in this league is win.
We're talking about 20 touchdown seasons, Aaron, after the Carolina game, so maybe you should be involved in the MVP race. What is it? Have you thought about that, and what does it mean for a guy who's won a couple of those awards when he thinks that highly of you?
I mean, it means everything to me. Coming from a former MVP, and he feels that I'm good enough or performed well enough to be in those shoes or even in that conversation. So I mean, it does a lot, and I'm glad he got my name out there. And I'm just going to make them right.
Are there some weeks where the opponent is just simply more physical? When I watch the Ravens games, they seem to be a very physical team. So does this 49ers team. Is that part of their 9-1 record this year?
Oh, definitely. I mean, you come out, you hit somebody in the mouth first. A lot of times.